What if I told you that some of the things you do every single day, the habits you question, the thoughts you replay, and even the quirks you sometimes hide are not weaknesses at all, but quiet signals of high intelligence? Not grades, not test scores, but psychological patterns that research consistently links to smarter thinking and deeper processing. And as you listen, you might start realizing that you were never doing too much. You were just thinking differently. This is not about feeling superior or labeling yourself as gifted. Psychology explains intelligence, less as raw knowledge and more as how your brain processes information, adapts to uncertainty, and reflects before reacting, and these patterns often show up in everyday behavior long before anyone notices them. One of the clearest signs is that you overthink, but not in a chaotic, anxious way. Psychology says intelligent brains engage in cognitive reflection, which means they question their first instinct instead of acting on it immediately. When something happens, your brain pauses, replays scenarios, considers alternatives, and explores consequences. This is not paralysis. It is depth. Research shows people with higher cognitive reflection scores are better at problem solving and long-term decision-making because they resist easy answers and look for accuracy over speed. Another sign is constant curiosity. Research shows that intelligence is strongly linked to openness to experience, a personality trait associated with imagination, learning, and mental flexibility. Your brain does not like fixed boxes. You ask why things work the way they do. You enjoy random facts, ideas, and perspectives that do not serve an immediate purpose, and this intellectual hunger is not distraction. It is how your brain keeps expanding its mental map of the world. You may also notice that you talk less and observe more. Psychology calls this active observation instead of filling silence. Your brain absorbs tone, emotion, logic, and inconsistency while others focus on what is said. You notice how it is said. This skill is tied to both intelligence and emotional awareness because it requires holding multiple streams of information at once, and people often mistake this quiet presence for shyness when in reality it is high-level processing. Another surprising sign is self-doubt. Research shows that intelligent people often display intellectual humility. They are aware of the limits of their knowledge, and this awareness keeps them learning. Your brain constantly updates its understanding rather than clinging to certainty. Psychology contrasts this with the Dunning-Kruger effect, where people with lower ability overestimate themselves because they lack the insight to see what they do not know. Doubt in this case is not weakness, it is calibration. You also tend to enjoy solitude more than constant social stimulation. Studies from the British Journal of Psychology suggest that highly intelligent individuals are less satisfied with frequent socializing because their brains crave uninterrupted space for thought, ideas, and internal exploration. Solitude gives your mind room to wander, connect, and build, meaning you are not avoiding people. You are recharging cognitively. So if you overthink with intention, stay endlessly curious, listen more than you speak, doubt yourself at times, and genuinely enjoy your own company. Psychology says you are not strange. You are wired for depth. Intelligence is not loud. It is reflective, adaptive, and quietly complex. If you enjoy understanding why your brain works the way it does and how human behavior really operates, subscribe to the channel, because here we do not chase surface-level facts. We explore the patterns that make you who you are.